Hey, my name is Liz and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and today I have a thrift haul. It is from the store that I usually say that I go to on Wednesdays, but I actually went a different day, just had a few hours to spare and wanted to see how it was, and I figured I could always go back on Wednesday. Today is only Monday, so there's a few things that I left behind because they weren't on sale yet. Some of them may be on sale on Wednesday. Some of them I probably have to wait a week or two. But I did find some really great stuff today. So a lot of dresses and jeans, I think, is the majority of it. But we will jump in. And I haven't listed any of it yet, so I have all the prices for you. But this is a pair of jeans. I paid paid $6.50 for them. These were 50% off. And these are Universal Standard, which is a size inclusive brand. They have a very strange size chart though, so make sure you look it up if you ever find this brand. These are a size 12, which I think is actually a size 12, but if you find something that says like a medium, that's actually like an extra large. So just be sure to make sure you're sizing it correctly on Poshmark because, if you say it's a medium and someone gets it and the tag says it's a medium, but it's actually like 2 sizes too big for them, you don't want that to happen. So these are like they're like a straight cuffed crop, something like that, but brand new. So I think I will probably get like $40 for these. So for $6.50, I was happy with that. They're a nice dark wash too, so perfect for this time of year. Then we have some pajamas. I think this is a nightgown. It's on the short side, but I think it's not just a shirt. So this is Roller Rabbit, which is one of my favorite pajama brands to pick up. They often have patterns that are kind of like repetitive patterns like this. One of their most popular ones is a print with sock monkeys, and it's always like different holidays or themes or cities and that kind of stuff. So definitely be on the lookout for those. I just sold 2 pairs of kids' Christmas ones that each had a stain on them for $35, so $35 each. This was only $3 for this little nightgown. I'll probably list this for around $30. It does have a little washwear on it, and I don't think this will be as popular as like the pajama sets. This is Loft, but I paid $10 for this, which is more than I pay for most Loft, but it was brand new with tags and a size 20-22. And it's a sweater dress with a little mock neck and these button details. In this pretty pinkish red color. I thought this is obviously perfect for fall winter season, and I don't find tons of new with tags good style plus pieces, so I think even though Loft is just a mall brand, I should be able to get somewhere between $30 and $40 for this. So it's not going to be the biggest profit ever, but hopefully it's a quick sale. And actually also new with tags plus size. This one I only paid $6 for, which I don't pick up much Torrid anymore. Well, I do at the bins, but not so much at the regular thrift stores. This had a $86 retail price on it, and this is a 3X, not in season, but I figured since it was brand new, I would grab it. It is a slightly high-low, I'm going to say midi dress, but it has the smocking on it, which is pretty in style. Torrid usually has dates on their stuff, so let's see. 2021, so not super new, but new enough. And yeah, I wouldn't have picked this up if it wasn't new with tags. More jeans. We have a Goldie, and I think I found 3 pairs of a Goldie today. The other 2 were skinny jeans, which unless I'm finding them at the bins or for like, you know, $3, I'm not picking them up anymore. But these are a straight leg style, but they are slightly cropped, which I don't love, but the style name is the Parker, and the comp seemed good on these. A lot of them in like the $60 price range, button fly. And these are a size 27, which is nice because so much of the designer denim that I find is like 24, 25. So really like zeros. So finding a slightly bigger size was great. I paid $13 for these. But since they seem to be going for around 60, hopefully this pair does that as well. I have been selling lots of jeans, so want to make sure I keep my closet stocked of those. Then this I paid $6 for, and this is from the Laura Ashley Urban Outfitters collab, which I think I've sold things from twice, and they both did very well. I don't pick up much Urban Outfitters anymore, but the collabs do seem to do well. This is a pink and white toile print, which is pretty in style with the big puff sleeves and this kind of like baby doll cut dress. I think for $6 that is fine. I will aim to get around 30 on this piece. It may sit for a while because it's kind of Easter vibes. A kind of similar cut of dress with like the big puff sleeves. This is Misa Los Angeles, which is very expensive. It does every time I pick it up, but it does sell. It just doesn't sell as high as I always hope it will. But this is a really cute style, and I think that this may probably sit till spring as well, but I only paid $8 for this, and it probably retailed for between $250 and $300 if I had to guess. So paying $8 for that seems like a good deal. I think the only time I've found this brand, I actually kept it for myself, but this is Smith & Quinn, and their material is very interesting. It almost has an athletic material feel to it. I don't know how else to describe it, but they make really cute print dresses that are kind of like preppy boutique, almost like Bridgerton style. This one is, I think, a full-length maxi dress, square neck with ruffles in this really cute print, and then the hem has ruffles as well. These retail for like $200 or so, I believe, and I paid $10 for this. May sit a while as well. I definitely got some springy styles, but I list all seasons, all year. Stuff sells all year. I've sold bathing suits in December and jackets in July. You just never know what someone's looking for. This is a skirt, but I think this is the perfect time of year for this piece. And this is Vince, which you'd be surprised how much I leave this behind, but this style is new with tags. It retailed for $345, and it is a midi skirt in brown, pleated. It has like some interesting slit placements on it, so it probably has some cool movement when you walk. I paid $13 for this, which I wouldn't have paid if it wasn't brand new. I would pick it up for like the half price of that, but with it being brand new, I think I will probably try and list this at like 60. This one was really a style-based pickup, but this is Y2K Lane Bryant, and it's a tank top, but it almost could be long enough, like if someone a little smaller wanted to, they could probably almost wear this as a dress. So this is a size 22. I only paid $3 for this, and I think the style of it is really gonna do well on Depop. I'm gonna measure it and see if I can list it as like a mini dress as well, but I think even as a tank top it will do well. And I I really found quite a few decent plus size pieces today, which is really nice. This is $10. This is J. Crew, size 22, which I didn't know J. Crew even went up to that size. So that's awesome. But this is a short dress, long sleeve, blue and white stripe, has the belt on it still. Really great basic style. You could wear this most of the year with the long sleeves. This is from spring 2024, so basically just a year old, and the size is awesome. Paying $10 for J. Crew is not something I do too often, but I'm gonna list that for at least $50. More jeans. These they only had priced at $5, which I thought was pretty crazy. Most of the time the lowest you'd see in jeans is like $7.99. These are driftwood, which can be sold at places like Free People, Sundance, sometimes Anthro too. These are called the Colette style, and they are a size 26, but they are just a jean, and then they have embroidered floral cuffs on them. You can also wear them uncuffed, and like they're still embroidered there too, so you can do whichever way you'd like. But I think they're meant to be cuffed based on the stock images, but they have a little bit of distressing, and I think anytime you can find driftwood embroidered is the better stuff to pick up. I don't really find I have very good luck with the plain pieces, but the embellished ones usually do well. Actually, another plus size piece. That's so weird. They used to have a plus size aisle and they actually got rid of it, which stinks for people actually looking for their sizes, but I guess I got lucky today. So this is Alex Evening, which is not a brand I pick up too often, although it is very expensive and I should consider picking it up more. But this piece was new with tags. It doesn't have the original price on it, but I actually tried on a dress from Alex Evening in Nordstrom this week for a wedding, and it was on sale for $269. So this is probably, somewhere in that $200 range. That one was a little fancier. But this one I paid $12 for, and this is a size 22, and it's full length. It has straps and then like little shoulder caps as well in this blue sparkly. I mostly grabbed it because it was brand new, and this is pretty seasonal for wedding guests. So fall, winter weddings, people will be looking for more colors like this. So I don't know what I'll price this at, but if I had to guess, it's gonna be like at least $75. Then this is the brand Spartina 449. The tag is probably gonna be hard to see because it's in gold, but I recently found a scarf from this brand that sold within like 3 minutes of listing, so I figured I'd give a dress a shot. Again, not really seasonally appropriate, but kind of a tropical print. It's a stretchy jersey knit, and this one is an XXL, and I paid $7.50 for this. So I'd be happy if I get in like the $30 to $40 range on that. Some more jeans, plus size too. This is Madewell, new with tags. And these are the perfect vintage jean in a size 24. And that is one of the Madewell styles that typically does really well for me, but I don't think I've ever had it in plus size before. These particular ones are from 2021, and I paid $8 for them. I don't have tons of experience in plus size Madewell, but hopefully can get like 30 or more, especially since they're brand new. And we have a jacket from Quince, and Quince is I think it's only online. Maybe they have some stores, but I don't know of any around me at least. But they are kind of known for having great basics and good materials at like a lower price point because it's like direct from the manufacturer, taking out the middleman type of thing is what they say. So this is like a wool blend. They left the sensor on this. Okay, great. Gonna have to go back and get that off. I actually have a magnet that I haven't tried yet, so maybe I'll try it on this and see if it works. But anyway, this retailed for like $200 or something. So we will see how it does. The comps mostly were new with tag, so it was a little hard to judge, but they were ranging from like 90 to 125. So I figured even used and it's in great condition that I'll probably try and start it around 100 and see what we get, but paid 25 for it and have to get that off before I list that. And then we have some Patagonia, which I found a few pieces at Plato's the other day too that I listed. It doesn't do as well as it once did. However, I did sell a chinchilla this morning for $60, so people are still looking for it. I just don't pay up as much as I used to, but this is like a furry material one. They only had this for $6, which I have seen them price Patagonia crazy high. So this one is a women's large, and for $6 I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too matted, but it seemed to be in pretty good shape. This is a Lily Pulitzer skirt. They had this in the like linen section with the pillowcases. It's a wrap skirt that like is reversible, so they had it just open fully in with the pillowcases, which was pretty weird. But it is white tag Lily, which at this point is vintage or very close to vintage. Oh, there it is. I only paid $3 for this, so I was happy with that. This will only bring like maybe 20 to 25, so I'm glad I got it for $3. Then this is a new tags vest from Chico's that retailed for $169, and I paid $12 for this. And it is faux fur. It almost has like a feathery print to it, but open front. I think there's no buttons or anything. But the $169 price tag definitely drew me in on it. They had it listed for $50 and then it was 75% off because no one was paying $50 for this, but just says faux fur. I don't think they have years on Chico's stuff. And it's also a size 4 from Chico's, which I think is like a 1X, so that's great too. I would probably aim to list this around like $60 and hope that I can get at least $40 for it. And the last piece of clothes I have, and then 3 pairs of shoes, is a brand that I've been hunting for years and finally can check it off my BOLO list. This is Spell the Gypsy, and I think their longer dresses are kind of what they're famous for. This is a mini dress. They are very boho, cottagey type of dresses. This one's a size medium. Super cute. I'm gonna guess this is an older style. I am basing that just on, it feels more like 2010s to me, but I think it will still do just fine as a cottagecore boho mini dress. I have no idea what this will sell for. I've never come across it anywhere before. Boho style, I live very close to outside of New York City, so boho style isn't what I find most of the time. I find more designer, higher end brands, kind of quiet luxury type styles more than boho, or I never find lag and look kind of stuff. So I'm not surprised. This is the first time I've ever found this, but it's 100% cotton. Doesn't have any kind of year or code or anything. But hopefully I can try and list this for like $50 would be amazing. And hopefully I come across this brand again, and I only paid $6 for it. And then, like I said, found 3 pairs of shoes. And if you shop much, you probably know what the bottom of these are. These are Tieks, and they famously have this bright blue bottom. They are designed to fold up, and when you buy them new, they come with like a little pouch. But these are a size 8. They are in amazing condition. They have like no marks on the toes or anything. This is a kind of gold, I think. Maybe copper. I'll have to see when I'm finding it. But I only paid $8 for these, which I was so excited about. The last pair I had sold for like $80 still. So they do still do well. I know at one point you could get like retail for them, especially if you found ones that were like retired prints. But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy I found those. I don't come across them very often. I find Rothy's more than Tieks. But next pair of shoes is a pair of Dolce Vita DV shoes, and I paid $15 for these because they are my size and I'm considering keeping them, but they are brand new. And if I find that they are like an anthro pair or something and they're really worth good money, I will give them up and sell them, because I have a pair of Uggs that are similar. So I thought they were really nice. And if they aren't worth at least 50 to 60, then I will keep them. The last pair of shoes is super on trend. And these are from Madewell. They also are new or very close to new. Hopefully I can get that Sharpie off halfway decently that they insist on writing on the shoes with. But these I only paid $8 for, and I don't always have the best luck with Madewell shoes, but I think these are so current that they will do well. This brown suede should be pretty popular. So they are an 8.5, actual leather upper, spring 2025. So these are literally just months old. So yeah, these are gonna do well for me. So I'm glad I grabbed them. And yeah, that is everything. Oh, actually, and one hard good. This is an anthro mug. Paid $2 for this one. I think I may own this one myself, and I don't need more mugs. I don't even drink coffee, but I do usually grab anthro mugs. I can usually sell them for like $12 to $15, and my store usually has mugs for $1 to $2. So I don't do much hard goods, but I do like selling anthro stuff. So that is everything. Really excited about finding Spell and the Gypsy for the first time. And I think I found some really good stuff, plus size and seasonally appropriate. And I can't wait to see what I get for these. I think these will be a really fast sale. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.